and welcome to FOOTY.COM. It's Oliver Hayes and today we're down on the pitch. I'm going to be testing out and taking a closer look at these, the Nike Mercurial Superfly 6. Let's do this. If you didn't know already, the Nike Mercurial scored the most amount of goals at this year's World Cup in Russia. Cristiano Ronaldo and the young gun Kylian Mbappe for France, the winner, wore these, and we're going to take a close look and find out why. As I mentioned before, today we're going to be taking a look at the Superflies, but for those Vapor fans out there, the boots are pretty much the same, minus the different height in collar. Me personally, if I was buying a pair of Mercurials, I'd have to go for the Vapors because I prefer that low profile look and feel. However, I have tested out the Superfly 5, so I can give you a good comparison on the Superfly 5 and 6 right here today. The Superfly 6 debuted in a full total orange colorway. It was bright and it was bold. Following from then, they released a black and orange version, which me loving black boots, I was a big fan of before this. The Just Do It pack, Nike Mercurial. I'm a big fan. It's very clean, super minimal, and it's nice that they've kept that orange colour throughout the first 3 releases of the new Mercurial. Having worn both boots, I've got to say the brand new Mercurial Superfly is definitely a lot thinner than the previous model. You get a lot closer to the ball when you're in contact and dribbling, which I'm not sure if everyone will like, but me personally, being a tricky and skillful player, it's something that I do appreciate in a boot. I did notice that when these boots were released, a few players were a bit hesitant as they transitioned into them. They wore them in games and then took them off and swapped back to the old model. And even at the World Cup, Russia's Golovin actually wore the boots from the Fire and Ice pack. He was wearing the Mercurial Vapor 11s, which is pretty surprising considering this is a boot for a World Cup stage. I think the reason behind that is simply down to the fact that they're a bit more stretchy than the previous model. One thing you immediately notice when looking at the boot is this thin layer of coating which starts from the bottom. It gradually fades away to nothing around the laces, and I think the reason behind that is to give wide-footed players and narrow-footed players a chance to finally lace up in the Mercurial. You can just tell why Mbappe excelled during the World Cup wearing these. Just look at that. That's going to provide some ridiculous sprint speeds, and overall it's just a light boot providing great close to the ball feel, perfect for Mbappe and his style of play. Now this is the bit that I've been waiting to talk about. My favourite feature on the boot, and one that stands out as soon as you open the box, the Soleplate. Just look at that. The way the sun is beaming off it, it just makes it look 10 times better. I'm a big fan, and it's actually inspired by the way a cheetah digs his claws into the ground and accelerates. Inside the boot is a chassis that gives you the support and stability that you need, but on the outside, that's the talking point, the 2-piece construction. It's similar to the previous model, but the way they've split it like this just looks absolutely sick. Reminds me of the old Predator Manias where you had the 3 stripes below. Obviously, this is a Nike boot, and I think the last time they did this was on the Vapor 3 or 4, but I'm glad they've brought it back. It's phenomenal. After testing out the boots, I definitely agree and certify my earlier statement when I said that I prefer the Vapor over the Superfly. I think the low collar design just suits my style of play a bit better, similar to the likes of Eden Hazard and who else wears the boots? Philippe Coutinho, a bit of Brazilian flair. As soon as I put the boots on, I did feel a little bit of tightness around the lateral side of my foot, but having wearing them for about an hour now, they have molded to my feet pretty well. So those people with a wide foot, it may take you a few sessions, but you'll get there in the end, and the fit is perfectly snug, nice and great for close to the ball feel. Even though my style of play and my favourite players are the likes of Coutinho and Hazard with that close to the ball feel, the speedsters such as Ronaldo and Mbappe, they love the Mercurials, and I can see why. It's perfect You get that acceleration from the sole plate, and of course it's there to finish. Okay guys, that has been the Nike Mercurial Superfly 6 review. I hope you've enjoyed it. Let us know your thoughts on the boots in the comments section. Did they have an impact on Mbappe's game? Me, I think so. He was rapid this World Cup. Definitely one of the standout players. If you're new to FOOTY.COM, hit that subscribe button. We've got loads of sick content coming with my gang, Phil and Stephen. Stay tuned for that. And until the next time, I've been Oliver Hayes, the football boot connoisseur.